Many people spend years in relationships, right? Hoping and probably they feel comfortable enough because they think it is a committed one, they think it's stable, and they one day wake up to their partner being married or being entangled with someone else. No conversation, no closure, no signs even, right? We see this every time we open our social media platforms. By the way, let me officially welcome you to Boa Community Voice, the place where we tell you relatable stories, football, gists, and everything happening currently and everything we ought to let you know about. Welcome to Boa Community Voice, and I am your host, Eloja Precious. You know I'm the girl that brings you hot gist, the ones you relate with, the ones that happens every day, the ones you go to social media to confirm, and it is confirmed, gist. Okay, it is not joro to joro, it is real happenings. If you listen to my intro, you will understand or have an idea where I got the idea of this gist from. You see, I have a friend, right? Were we that close? Well, I would say we were close, so close because anytime the guy comes around, we kind of go out together. I'm usually one of the girls I hang out together with whenever the guy comes to visit her in school there. So this girl is from a particular state in Nigeria, while the guy is from, I'm going to lay emphasis on where this guy is from. He's from Ebonyi State, right? Nigeria. So they've been dating at the time I know 5 years, right? That is now they have a girl child. I think they had the girl child around 2021, 22. Yeah. So at the time from when they started dating that she mentioned from the story, she told us the backstory to when they gave birth to their first child. Yeah, it was roughly 8 years. So you see, 8 years of commitment, 8 years of you know there is this thing time does to you. It gives you courage. It gives you this morale that time is going to tell if we are going to get married. Time is going to tell if we are going to end together, right? So let me just continue this story. So this girl just wakes up one day and she saw, wedding pictures on Instagram. When I'm talking about wedding pictures, I'm talking about traditional attire. And no, it is not for content. It is for real marriage. Okay? Now, one thing kept ringing on this girl's head. Do you know what it is? So, what were we? Now, this is the topic we're going to lay our bed on. On here, shall we build that church? What were we? This is one thing she kept talking about when I came to visit her. She kept saying she would want us to see, want us to talk about something. She, at some point, wanted to commit. We understand that gesture, right? So I got to her, we started talking, and one sentence I kept hearing in every conversation. What were we? At the time he comes to visit me, at the time he was paying my fees, at the time he was sending me, upkeep money, at the time we had our first child, only child for now, what were we? Is it that, and all of that? Now, I got to ask her, did you try to ask him when you found out about this, when you saw the pictures? Did you ask him, hi, what's the problem? What's happening? Is this what you left there? Because they were already cohabiting, they were already living together. Yeah, waiting for when, maybe the child will grow, then they go to pay the dowry and all those stuff that happen traditional, right? So I asked her, did you try to get closure from this guy? So she was like, his people, remember the guys from Ebony, right? Now his people were like, no, they don't want him to marry from that side, but he went ahead to impregnate this girl, and then she has given birth to a baby girl, very pretty baby girl, right? Now it doesn't change anything that he must still marry from their side if he still wants to get married to her. Meaning that this girl that gave birth for him first is now automatically going to be the second wife. If at all the first wife, who is from Ebony too, is going to agree to the husband bringing in the second wife or not. I don't know how they settle it now because I'm not really in a very good communication with the girl anymore. I really don't like entanglements, especially when you are dealing with someone that is strong-headed, someone that even if after talking to them, they are the ones that will call you for advice, but after admonishing them what you think and all of that, they still go ahead to do what is on their mind, right? Or what they concluded to do. Let's believe that any strong-headed person coming to you for advice is just for, let me be sure this is not so bad sake. What they already know what they want to do, and that is what they are going to do. Okay, so this is how it played out. But one thing I picked from that story, one thing I picked from this real life happening. See, we this is real life story. Okay, this thing happens to, if we are 1,000 in Nigeria. Let me use the country where I know so much. 999 persons are passed through it. Not just the ladies. It's not gender based. So I don't want you to look at it from like I'm trying to create a gender war or something. No, it happens. Have you heard Igbo girls telling their stories? Like Igbo girls that you are currently dating them, and before you know, they will tell you they want to go and visit their uncle in so place. You wouldn't even know they are planning their marriage. So it is not even a gender based stuff. It happens both the left and the right, the small and the big, the female and the male. Everybody has experienced this. But like I said, one thing I picked from this second-hand experience was that most of the time we see time as a contract, right? Time is not a contract. Now you spent 5 years, 3 years, 8 years with a particular person doesn't really define that time being assurance. Okay? See, yeah, like she always tells me, we understood each other, we were on the same page, we wake up together, we tell jokes to each other. If I'm being child outside, he keeps calm and we laugh about it when we get home. We were good, we were this, we were, you were on the same page, but that page was anything written on that page? Or were there empty pages? See, even when you believe you and this partner, you're on the same page, is that page written? Do we understand? We have the same understanding, but that understanding on that page we are both on. Are we having the same conversation at the same time? Will I say yes and you ask my partner the same question and he says yes at the same time, concurring with everything I have in my head? See, there are two things here. There is one having time, his full time or her full time, pleasure, feelings, everything, entanglement, having fun, and there is one who believes and is waiting on time to unveil what is supposed to be. You see, the end product of relationship like this, when the two couples are, have opposite idea, and they still believe they're on the same page, empty pages, I would say, right, is premium pain, premium tears, premium heartbreak. See, if heartbreak comes in 100, it's going to be multiplied by 10. It's going to come in 1,000. This is what happens when I believe, oh, we've been dating for 5 years. There is no way on earth he's not going to marry me. Oh, this girl has been with me. She's been cleaning for me, washing for me. They know us. My friends know us as a pair. We're a couple, and it's just me believing it. Why the other person is just feeling himself, having fun? That is what it is. Cruising for the past 5 years, for the past 8 years, for the past 3 years. When that relationship crashes, it's going to end in premium tears. So let's even look at the main issue here, right? I saw a post someone made on social media. The person said long-term relationships create sense of emotional security, and I couldn't just agree less. I believe this 100%. It creates not just emotional security. It makes you think, like I said, it makes you have this courage, like time itself is commitment, like because you have spent so much years with this person, you feel committed already. You don't have any fear of whatever negativity that is going to appear or whatsoever negativity. Even when you know this happened to your sister, it happened to your closest friend, you don't believe it will happen to you. Why? Because that time you have spent gave you that courage. It gives you this assurance, even when you people have not even sat down as a pet to have this conversation. You have not even sat down. Now, this is where the body is. This is where I want us to focus on. When you're in a relationship, right? and you're believing you're on the same page, you understand each other. Your yes is the other person's yes. Two of you like give it together. Two of you like black soup together. You everything is concurrent, everything is, what how they call it, compatible. I mean compatibility. Everything is like 99.9. I mean 99.9%. And all this thing gives you courage. When you're in a relationship, yeah, and that relationship comes with no intention, right? Or expectation. Like, make we just dey go. Be sure the other person has that same idea in mind too. So it doesn't be like I'm only the person who has the no intention, no expectation, belief in my head. While the other person is waiting for time to pick, or no, a time for me to come and say, as a man, to come and say, oh, I think we should see your parents now. Do you think it's the right time? Are you good with it? You need to have that conversation to be sure what you have in mind is what the other person has in mind. Let me tell you one thing having a conversation will help you do. It's going to give you clarity. That is one thing is going to the first thing. It's going to give you clarity. Is it how they call it, sit down they look, or as we pay as we go? I think that's how they do it, this Nigerian slang. Let's just be going. That is the word. Let's just be going and see what time we bring. Have that conversation for clarity's sake, right? And two, to secure your emotion. See, there's emotional torture, and when it hits you, you will be more confused than a doctor who just saw a new ailment he has never ever seen before, a new, infection or disease that has never been discovered before. You know that confusion. It is not just going to be physical; it's going to come emotionally. See, when that relationship hits the rock, I've seen people, I've seen conversations, I've seen relationships, I've not experienced all those kind of heartbreak before, because I'm the type of girl that comes and once we start something, I'm asking you already, what are we doing? So that if it is friends with benefit, I have it in mind, okay, I want to do this friends with benefit thing for like 2 years and I stop it and move on to whatever comes next, right? And if it is not something that sits right with me, I'm going to tell you, oh, good idea. I like that you thought that about me, but this is not really what I align with. You understand? And the person moves to the next person that would welcome that. You see, in a situation where it is like this, it doesn't sit well with me. It means this is not what I want at this point in life. Probably I want to be alone. Probably I want something really committed and serious, right? And whilst I'm waiting for that serious commitment, it's not a room. It doesn't give me the cue to want to jump into what I don't want at all. You know why? Because along the line, you're going to expect that friends with benefit the person came with from TOP, right? It's going to change with time. This is why I said time is not a contract. Yes, it gives you courage. It gives you this, feeling of commitment, because the person that came with friends with benefit vibe, you people have stayed be benefiting and friends for like 5 years. That all of a sudden the person will turn around and marry you. Yeah, in Nollywood it happens. In real life it happens. But the person first told you when he or she came, this is what they want. Allow it to be this. Okay? Like I will always tell my sisters and my close friends, I really pray, I really wish their life was a game of like meeting their lives. You want marriage, you're meeting someone that wants marriage. You want to play, you're meeting someone that wants to play too. You want friends with benefits, you're meeting, like that. But then my sister would tell me right back that if it were like that, then there is no fun in it. So the fun is it when you break somebody's heart, or I don't get it. But I wouldn't like disagree with her, because yeah, if it were like that, there is nothing fun in life. Okay, so I'm going to end this with saying seek for clarity. See, yeah, I know conversations are important, but you see clarity. That is the stronghold. You see what foundation, laying a very strong foundation for a four-story building or a duplex does to that, upholding that building. That is what clarity does to, commitment, or does to relationship, right? Yes, conversations are important, but you see clarity, it is the stronghold, it is the support. It is the number one. It is the kakaraka. It is the ogbonge of all the ogbonges. Once you are clear about what the intentions are with the both of you, you could know what your next step is. Is it living or staying? And if you're staying, how long would you want to stay? If you're staying, does this other person have it in mind that you are staying for this duration. And if at all it lingers to something serious more than you ever expected along the line, then it is a very good thing, right? So long-term relationships, I know it creates a sense of commitment, but then let's first of all reason towards clarity. Okay, so I have a couple of reflective questions for us, right? Now, the first one is, if you are in a relationship and you guys have not even like talked about anything, there is no map, you don't know where you guys are going, you are in your right place as a woman or as the guy. Yeah. It could be anybody. Once you don't know what it is you guys are doing, it is your right to sit or ask. Even out of the blue, it is your right. This is your partner, this is your pair, this is your couple. Ask, what are we? Even if the person laughs at you, let them laugh, but they need to answer that question. And if the person, after laughing, doesn't go ahead to answer that question, after some days, you need to give the person time to process it, right? Know your stance. We all know what silence means, right? We all adults should understand what silence means. And in case you are still there fooling yourself, you want me to say it, when the person is silent for days and hasn't said anything after the what are we question, you should know that it's nothing serious. I mean, there is no commitment. Even if there is commitment, it is nothing as serious as you have it in your mind. But in a case where you be like, babe, we've been together for the past 12 months, 18 months, I've been wondering, what are we really doing? Are we still boyfriend and girlfriend? Where is this headed to? Casually, so it doesn't look like you've been, roaming it in your mind. And the person goes, you are my sugar, or, tells you something substantial. I don't want to say it because it's going to make the guys pick the line. Okay, but you as a woman, you know when a man means it, that yeah, this is getting to somewhere, that yeah, you guys are going to be forever, that yeah, this commitment has come to stay. Okay, so let's just unwind everything we just talked about. Clarity is key. Have that conversations today. And when after having that conversation, the person is there to answer you, you should know the right thing to do. Okay? So whether or not you people are friends with benefits, real relationship leading to marriage, you need to sit and have that conversations today. So that you see that story of I don't even want to like spring up controversy, right? See that story of we've been together. I was hoping he's going to marry me after some time. Don't hope. Time is not contracts. Time is not commitment at all. Don't hope. Sit down and have that conversation. Ask that question. Don't come back and say you wasted your time for 5 years, you wasted your time for 8 years, but there was no conversation. In this case of my friend, this guy kept telling her, my people said I cannot marry from. You get it? But she went ahead to get pregnant, and the baby is here, right? The baby is like, should be up to like 5 or 6 years now. So it's not really a new gist. And I'm sure she's definitely going to see this. And of course, I took permission from her. And minus that, I want us to understand that time is not commitment. This is one thing I picked from her lesson. You see, time is not commitment, time is not contract. Sit down and have that conversation today. I don't want to come to social media in 2026 and see anybody dragging anybody on social media saying, who are you leaving me for? You dated me for 7 years and you are leaving me. Who are you leaving me for? No, I don't want to see that nonsense. So if you know you've not had that conversation, go back and map out how you want to start the conversation right now. Okay? Do not forget, this is Boa Community Voice, the place where real conversations happen, the place where I say it how it is, raw, no sugarcoating. That is how we do it here. Okay? So if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do well to click on that bell. There is a bell in front of you, just on your screen. Just tap on the bell. That's all you need to do. There is no subscription or data subscription or airtime or payment that is going to be deducted from your bank account or from your bundle. Okay, it's just a click and that is it. Especially if you like what we do here. If you want to keep seeing episodes like this, series like this, conversations like this, stories like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know I love you guys, and you know I will always root for you. Okay? Until next time. Bye.